in the past, there's been a lot of weight to portraying Lois and Clark. I'm very curious, with this new writing and this new direction, and because the comics have different storylines, do you feel this direction has lessened some of the weight, whether previous, what's the word I'm looking for? Not curses, but jinxes, whatever the case may be, the curse of Superman or whatnot. Do you feel this new direction maybe lessens it and you feel more comfortable with it from previous?
Just to be totally honest, I've felt comfortable with it from day one, only because of the meeting that I did have with Greg beforehand. Like, it was a very strange thing to not come in and read and not do the audition, or just to go in and have that conversation. I think because of that, from day one, what we talked about in the room, we just were so on the same page about what the character meant personally to us, what we wanted him to stand for, what we wanted it to be, that from the beginning, even when, not to name names or point fingers, but some people did not like that I was cast, it's okay. But it was, even in the beginning when some of that was going on, it just never bothered me, because our conversation was so clear about what we saw about it, that in the most respectful way to possibly say this, I didn't really care what people thought about the version that we did, because we believed in it and we liked it, and so that's what we wanted to commit to. And that's all you can do, because if you're trying to please everybody, you make no choices, you do nothing specific, and it's thin. So we liked it, we committed to it, and I'm glad to see, especially for a character that's meant so much to people for so many years and across generations, it makes me really happy to see that people are enjoying it, and that it's continuing on the legacy of this character and all of these characters. But the weight of it has just been something from day one that, for whatever reason, hasn't really been there. I've not noticed it. So, don't know why, it doesn't make any sense to me, but that's just kind of the truth of it.
Characters.
Oh, I thought you were just asking him.
No, characters.
Just so you know,
I play Superman and Clark Kent, not Lois. That's the other one. That's you. That's you. That's when you come in.
You just answered for
do you want to comment on that? I wasn't sure you were passing a play.
We don't have a ton of experience with the other iterations of the characters. I've only seen Margot Kidder. You've only seen.
I saw 2 episodes, maybe when I was like a kid, of the Dean Cain and Terry Hatcher one, but it's just not something that, and no offense at all. Obviously, I love the job, I love the character, but it's just not something I grew up with. So maybe that also helps too, to not have those, which is why I purposefully, since then, when I knew I was doing this job, stayed away. It's just easier to not be comparing in your mind. Someone did this, I liked it. Someone did that, I didn't like it. It just let it be.
But I actually feel like the fact that this Superman and Lois have kids makes it a lot heavier. That's just a whole other, I only have a 2-year-old at home, but like, I'm crazy about her. I think about her all the time. I would do anything for her. And so, to me, that I really brought a lot of that into my portrayal of being a mom to these 2 teenagers, because it's like you have 14 years with them and you're crazy about both of them. So it's not that it's more serious or less serious. It's more that it's just a more depth. I think now that they're parents, and I think part of our job when we do see a script that's heavy per se, and like Lois has had a lot of really emotional scenes, it's like look for obviously the realism, but also any moments of